So what you heard there is like literally RSPCA approved friggin' screams. Do you know what we need to do in England, right? Because I don't know how to do it in Australia. Australia's got different ways of doing it. But England, we need to re-elect a new person who's a welfare person, because the RSPCA are extremely corrupt, and people need to realise this. Like, they're really, really corrupt. Like, so let me put this into perspective. So when I first went vegan, I went vegan the hard way. I went to work on a small family-run dairy farm. A small family-run dairy farm. Like, look at this. That's just where I was stood there. This is actually a nature walk. Come and have a nature walk in Manchester. And then we're going to walk past the killing floor listening to animals screaming and begging for mercy. Oh, we're horrible. We're a species. We're bloody self-centered pieces of shit. Oh. Sorry, but that's how I feel about the human species. I bloody wronged a lot of them. Anyway, right, I'm going to talk to you about the RSPCA. The RSPCA are the elected people who say what we can and can't do to animals. They are the elected person. So when I worked on when I was vegetarian, and I thought I was doing everything I could by animals, because I went to an agriculture college. That's what sent me vegetarian. Seeing babies going off to slaughter, and that realisation, like, oh my God, they're actually babies and being sent to slaughter. Like, ooh, I'll go vegetarian. And just the standard practice, even the best standard practices in England, sent me vegetarian. And England's got some of the world's best standard practices in the world. Sent me vegetarian, because what I wouldn't do to a dog, I'm not going to do to a sheep or a cow, a pig, a chicken, whatever. And it's messed up what we do to them. We mutilate them for our own self-gain. Mutilate them. And when I say mutilate, we cut their beaks off. We pull their testicles out of their bodies. Cut with scalpel, cut them, pull them out, cut them off, cut their teeth off, cut their tails off. No painkillers, no numbing agents, nothing. We bloody... Just have a look, we cut their horns off and everything. Anyway, the RSPCA are the approved people to say what we can and can't do to animals. Now let's remember their motto: for all creatures great and small, right? When I worked on the dairy farm, I reported the dairy farm that I worked on while I was living with the man. They tipped off that farm while I was living there before the inspector didn't turn up. But, we got tipped off. And carried on working there. I was fired for trying to stop animal cruelty after seeing animals getting their tails broken and everything. Seeing a lot of bad stuff on that dairy farm. I'll make a whole new video, because it's going to be a long one, I tell you, because that's what sent me vegan, working on a small family-run dairy farm that ticked every single one of my vegetarian boxes. The RSPCA, when I contacted them 3 times and they said they hadn't heard nothing from me, and I had to contact them with the Animal Liberation Victoria to try and get help. And then that's when I first got a response. I seen cows get their tails broken. I seen cows get punched in the face, poles wrapped round their head, and even drowned in front of my own face. And did the RSPCA want to come to me and ask for a witness statement? No, they don't. Because they're not interested in helping animals. Because let's face it, those screams that you could hear from their RSPCA approved animal screams. For all creatures great and small, except for the ones that end up on your dinner plate. Ever wonder why vegans get so upset and so mad? It's because the whole system's messed up. Because I tell you what, if that was a bunch of dogs in there going through that, not only would the RSPCA whack a fine on me, they'd set me in jail and I'd be deemed a psychopath by my community and including the RSPCA. But you do it to a pig, cow, chicken, sheep or whatever, and your class is a farmer and they're all for animals, all for all creatures great and small. The whole system is messed up. People need to take their blinkers off and realise that the fact that these animals have got absolutely no protection. Because let's face it, they come in one room and then they come out and on the other side chopped up into pieces, and in the process they're screaming and begging for mercy until their last bloody breath. And every animal in every slaughterhouse has a very slow death. You know why? Because we need the heart to keep pumping to remove the blood from their body, because meat eaters don't want too much blood in their meat. It makes me mad. It makes me more sad than anything. I can hear him from here. Studying me nature walk. Fucking nature walk. Fucking destroyed that one, didn't they? Yeah, I'll just go for a nice walk with the dog and listen to some animals screaming to death. I'm mad. I'm mad and I'm upset. In fact, I feel pretty freaking sick to me gut. In fact, when I got here, going to the trucks, I can find it hard. I find it hard going up to the animals and saying hello to them. And, you know, part of me feels like I give them false hope. But I want them to know that we're not all bad people. I want him to know that we don't all want to see him tortured to death. I feel sick down to the bottom of my stomach. I feel sick and there's nothing I can do except for stand on the outside begging people just to hear their cries and their screams and let them know the truth. No animal deserves to be tortured to death, to roll around your mouth for 3 minutes. These animals are here with us. They're here with us and they deserve as much love and respect as your companion animals. They deserve to be free. This is modern day slavery. You do realise that? Modern day slavery. No living being on this planet was ever born just to be enslaved from the moment go. What's going on in there is a slap in the face to nature. A slap in the face for the love of life. You can't claim to be a peaceful person while paying somebody to do that to them. You've got to stop. Open your hearts. Close your mouths. You don't give up anything by being vegan. The only thing we give up by being vegan is violence in our diet. With one lifestyle, veganism, you actually address all the world's leading major problems it faces today. Human hunger, environmental issues, our health, and animal rights, or animal liberation, shall we say. By one lifestyle, by living peacefully on the planet that we all share. What you're seeing in there is modern day slavery. Modern day slavery to other living beings we share this planet with because it makes someone a lot of money. I don't hate meat eaters. I don't hate meat eaters. I don't even hate the slaughterhouse workers. I hate the system that they're indoctrinated in. That's what I hate. It's got to stop. It's really got to stop. Share my videos and get their screams out there. Like, just... I'm over it. I'm not going to stop fighting though. I've been at it 9 years. I'm not going to stop yet. After working on that dairy farm, I tell you what, I made a promise to every single one of those cows on that farm. All 109 of them. I was going to do my very best to try and get it out there about what happens. Tell them the truth because they've got no one to look after them. Nobody. You know, I was that vegetarian with blinkers on my face thinking, the RSPCA will help him. Nah, they didn't help him. They never help anybody. Oh, unless you're a dog and they can make some money off you and claim that you're a bloody psychopath if you hurt animals. Oh, we're doing our very best to help these animals. We need your money. What, your money? RSPCA, biggest funders, the RSPCA, the Farmers Union. That's why they get away with treating them like shit, because this speaks, not their screams. Oh, I think I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. High time in England. Ooh, I'm in Australia, I'll have water. I'm in England, they brought the tea. Come on guys, time to go vegan. Food doesn't scream in fear. You know, most of those pigs in there were only 6 months old. Babies. Babies that were born onto a planet, born into slavery, already had the death written down on a piece of paper just because of the body they're born into. Because that's humans for you. We're destroying our own planet for our own self-greed. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're actually destroying your own planet for your own self-greed. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? Why would, like, research everything I'm telling you. Go and watch Cowspiracy, all based on the environment. You can watch that on Netflix. Or go watch What the Hell For, Forks Over Knives, all based on health and nutrition. All things you can do. It's on Netflix, you've got no excuses. All the information's right there for you, even on your own televisions at home. Gotta stop. People walking past me. They're all having a look. They're going to listen to their screams as we're bearing witness at the front. I'm actually on a 12-hour vigil today. Yeah. Just gotta stop. Sad. I feel sick, eh? Vegans, you need to get active. Get active for the animals. They need us. And we have no time to lose. We haven't got no time to waste, should I say. We really don't. Think about it. We're like, essentially, we're going to kill ourselves. We are going to kill ourselves if we don't stop our poor actions. Our poor consumer choices. I'm being serious. It's like if you and me had a baby, our children's grandchildren are going to die due to climate change. That is how bad it is. Bangladesh, their country's already going underwater. People are already dying, but why people have got their blinkers on while everyone's going money, money, money. With like what, like it's like that bloody Native American bloody guy said, it won't be the day that, you know, they cut down the last tree or take the last animal or whatever, that they'll realise that we can't eat and breathe money. Honestly, we're running out of time. We're actually running out of time. Their time's already gone in there. Look at that. I just had to stand there and listen to them screaming as they're being dragged into a gas chamber where they're going to rip their own feet off, thrashing around in pain. Good percentage of them won't even pass out, the mothers. Go through 3 procedures to be murdered. This, I'm in my nature walk. I wasn't joking, look, I'm in a bloody nature walk. I'm on a nature reserve where we go and listen to pigs screaming. A big bird just flew past me then. Alright, no, but you see that animal then? Just go past me. Look at that, another animal we share this planet with. Who should, those animals in that slaughterhouse should be free like the rest of them. Modern day slavery. Go and Google what slavery means and ask yourselves, are they slaves or not? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Think about it, these animals, and for those who are thinking, oh, well, that's their purpose, no. No animals were put on this planet for humans, no more than what blacks are for whites and women are for men. Can you imagine that? All of these animals that end up in these slaughterhouses are artificially inseminated. Do you know what artificially inseminated means? It means when the farmer goes up to them and puts their hands into their private parts and injects semen of whatever animal into the animal. Now, if a man was to do that to me, what would he be done for? Because I tell you what, no animal has ever consented. And there's only that many of them is because farmers are putting their hands where they shouldn't. It's not their privates, it's not their bodies, and it's certainly not their lives, and it's not yours either, and it's not even mine. Imagine that. Being put in a bloody farrowing crate where you can't turn around and forced to give birth in a bloody cage. We've made their lives a bloody living hellhole. Living hellhole. Hey. Know what I mean? Every year or whatever it is. Well, for cows every year. I don't know about other ones. I don't know how long pigs are pregnant for. Can you imagine that? Stuck in a life of imprisonment because of the body you're born into, having a farmer coming up and putting his hands into your private parts, impregnating you, and then you form this bond which is natural for your babies, and then your babies get taken away from you, mutilated in front of you, and then it starts over again, and you have it done to you over and over and over again, and then your first day of sunlight, you come to one of these places. Don't tell me humans aren't evil, because all I can see and hear is the screams of other beings that we share this planet with. We really have a lot to answer for. You can put your blinkers on, but it's not going to do anybody any favours, is it? Because even your own ignorance, even if you don't give a shit about the animals, what about your own kids' future? Seriously, what about your own kids' future? Or if you care about humans, what about people in the third world countries? I've got no food, but even where some of this food's being grown is in bloody third world countries, and if they touch that food, they're shot. What about the indigenous people in the Amazon rainforest? What about the indigenous people there? 2 years ago, women and children were set on fire to grow animal feed, to feed animals in the Western world. And don't lie to yourself, because there's not that much bloody land. 65 billion land animals are killed for human consumption every year. There's only 7 billion humans on the planet. That's how much you're eating. You're not just eating animals anymore, you're eating the bloody planet. Oh look, there's Mother Earth. Let me just start chomping on her. Because I've got obviously, once I've ate the bloody world, where are you going to live? Where are we all going to live? Because of your arrogant, ignorant decisions. What, to roll around your mouth for a couple of minutes because you go, lovely sausage. You're right, sometimes I think some humans, you're just bloody noodles. You're actually just a bunch of noodles, self-centered noodles. Is it any wonder why it took 500 years to convince a white man that a black man can think and feel pain when people are so arrogant? So arrogant and self-absorbed. That's how it feels. God, because I'm not listening to the screams anymore, I'm just getting ranty. That's what keeps me going, really. Knowing that these animals need us. Right, I'm going to go have a cup of tea. I said that before. I'm actually going to go do it now. So share me videos. Let people know about the RSPCA. I mean, God, I even know, like, bloody factory farms where they've overloaded the bloody chickens in the cages. Do you know how much room a chicken on standard RSPCA approved in a chicken gets for a bloody... Remember, they're the welfare people. So a chicken in a cage gets a quarter of an A4 size piece of paper. Like that much? How much? That size of a chicken can't even spread their own wings. I've been into farms where they've overloaded them. Too many chickens, they don't even get that. They probably get a bloody centimetre each. With electric fencing that if they try and get some food and water, they burn their own eyeballs out. RSPCA tipped that farm off as well. But they don't give a shit about animals. Got to re-elect a new person. Right, I'm going to go because I'm talking on my phone and there's people there. And I still get the point. I still feel fun about using phones. That's okay. I'm working on it. So anyone who wants to join us today, if you are, we're here on a 12-hour vigil today in Manchester. Go into Manchester Pig Saves page, give them a like, and yeah, if you can join us today, come join us. We're going to be here till, I don't know, 4 o'clock I think, 8 o'clock, I'm not sure. We're here for a while. I know I need to sit down and put it back setting. Alright, well, over and out. Much love to you all.